Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. I wanted to do a video today, obviously, the day after the debate. And my opinion of the debate was you had a Yale lawyer talk in circles, never answering questions, who answered one question that was a lie regarding his thoughts of um, nationwide abortion. That was a lie. We all know that it's untrue. I mean, I've seen things, I've read things, it's all there. That's a lie. We saw Walls, instead of bashing, trashing, debating, we saw him pull JD in. Like, hey buddy, let's just do this. This is what I think, but I agree with you on that. You know, that's how he is. He's not a debater. I mean, he's been very clear about that. But I think that he's a good communicator. And I think that's what's important. And he did communicate he communicated the answers, he communicated plans, he communicated when JD would misspeak, I guess. Um, so a lot of communication, kind of. It wasn't impressive. It wasn't a trash bash kind of debate, and that's okay with me because I think Walls did a very good job of pinpointing and you know pointing out things that need to be done. But that's not what I want to talk about today. Miss Nancy, it's time for this to come out. Yesterday, Miss Nancy made a comment on my video, and my husband and I discussed it last night before the debate. So what I know is that MSNBC had an analyst on there that mentioned this last night after the debate when I went to bed. I went to bed. I was hurting. I was sick at my stomach. I was done. I was just done. I was tired. Um, Kind of like I am right now. I'm just done. I came out here to get my groceries that I haven't gotten in the car yet. Anyway, so MSNBC's analyst mentioned this. I have not seen it. I have not heard it. I've looked for it. I can't find it. My husband said it was said, but up until this point, I can't verify who it was, their name, or anything like that. I can't because I haven't found it. I've looked for it, but he didn't tell me. He just told me like a couple of hours ago. So I really haven't had the chance to do a deep dive on the analyst that it was. But Miss Nancy made a comment, and it is right in line with what I've been thinking the whole time. Now, MAGA, if you are a MAGA supporter and you never trusted Vance, I'm a never trust Vance guy, there's a reason for that. And I would say use your gut feelings on this, because what I'm going to tell you may or may not be true, but it's called connecting the dots, cracking the code, and trying to figure out exactly what is going on. Okay, if you listen to Trump's speeches, he has no plans. He has no answers for any of the questions that he has given about anything about his administration. He has tried to back away from Project 2025, even though we know that his name is mentioned 312 times and he has been recorded on stage at the Heritage Foundation speaking and talking about how wonderful the program is. Okay? Just saying. But we also, when we listen to Trump's speeches, we hear things like magnets don't work underwater, electrocution, sharks, windmills, whales, Hannibal Lecter, people from the asylum who are actually people trying to seek asylum, which shows it's either a lack of intelligence, a lack of understanding, or just, you know, I don't want to say the other word. But anyway, we hear him talk about things that make no sense. And then he tries to say that he's talking in the weave, and he's trying to weave all of these different points together into one. And it's like, okay, well, if you're a weaver, I'm a weaver. It's not making sense. So just telling you. Okay. Not only that, but Trump has also been found liable for rape. He has been found guilty of fraud. He has 34 felony counts against him. He is getting ready to be tried. If he loses, he's getting ready to be tried for all kinds of criminal behavior connected with January 6th. I think they're going to bring the document case back. I'm just telling you. Because I think there's some important things that have come out on that I think it will come back. So anyway, you've got criminal behavior. You have saying things that just don't make sense. But this is where Vance steps in. Okay? Vance was a never Trump guy. I'm 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 a never Trump guy. He's a Nazi. He's American Nazi. He has these kind of feelings. Blah, blah, blah. What changed Vance? I'm going to tell you what changed Vance. Vance has an obligation and has been chosen and picked by the Heritage Foundation. He is your next president. It won't be Trump. If Trump gets in, Vance has everything in line to use the 25th Amendment on Trump. Trump was the vessel for the vote to get Heritage Foundation set in legislation. Vance, he is the vessel. Okay? So, Vance is working for the Heritage Foundation. And when he speaks about policies and things, he don't say a word. He just talks his stuff because he's not going to say anything against Trump, but he's also not going to say anything for Trump. He's going to try to get Trump elected because then that's his foot in the door to the presidency. Believe it or not, if you don't trust Vance and you are MAGA, you have every right to feel that way about him. Think about it. How do you change your opinion like that? You can't say that someone is America's Nazi and then say, oh, I changed my mind because I realized that he was the greatest president ever. That's the biggest bunch of bull crap I've ever heard. Connecting the dots, cracking the case. Miss Nancy, I think this is what's going on. And as far as the Heritage Foundation and Vance's little love affair, think about it. Who wrote the foreword for the Heritage Foundation's president's book? That was Vance. Okay? Why have they tried to just kind of pull Project 25 away from Trump voters? Because it doesn't matter. As long as those voters vote for Trump, they're in. Okay? So they're softening everything for you. They are causing conspiracy theories so that you trust Vance. Because you already trust Trump. You think he's the gold god, right? Yeah, the gold Jesus that's going to save the world. No comment. I do have something to say on that, but I'm going to try not to, because I really think that this is it. I really do. I think Heritage Foundation plans more than 2025, and that more planning is to get Vance in there to use the 25th Amendment on Trump. And if you don't believe me, test drive it. I don't know. Y'all, hugs. Hugs from a distance. I got to go. I've got a goat calling for me. I know my chickens are hollering for me. So I am a wanted woman. Y'all have a great day. Hugs from a distance.